In this tutorial, we analyze a scissor mechanism in Fusion, identify interference using section analysis, adjust the axle slots, and add the crossing frame while comparing cylindrical and revolute joints. Now we can use this section analysis, and we will rotate this cutting plane and see what conflicts we have. We have this conflict here. Okay, what we can do, we can move this slot a bit to left, or this hole a bit left. Just we have to see this component. I guess this is, so instead of 150 we can say 120 millimeters and say finish sketch. Now it won't work. We will just have to move this slot. So let's select this, and let's say instead 130, let's say 150, and see how it looks now. This is not bad, but we have conflict here. We have conflict there. I will try to edit this. Instead of 80, let's put 70. And see what we have here. Now we have something that is acceptable, I guess. So now we have movable elements that move without problems. We will edit this constraint later, but at this point it looks okay. This is okay, so we can save it, Control S, okay. So now we will create another frame similar to this, but before that we have to update this frame so that we don't have to do it twice. We will do something like this. Isolate this frame, and on the center of this frame we will put another hole. Holes are 22 millimeters, I think. So we will center it to not that, but I will do it like this. I will select dimension, click this point, and type 0.0001. So I avoid to use this constraint because it can be difficult to edit those constraints later if edit is needed. Since we have 40 millimeters profiles, this will be 20 millimeters. And now we have constrained sketch. We go to extrude. I just pressed E on the keyboard. Extrude distance to object to here. Click OK. Now we will unisolate all elements and go to the end of our parts here in timeline, in history. So now I will copy this component, right click, copy, right click, paste new. So I pasted this component as new, move it just to have it separated and click OK. I pasted as new because I have to edit this frame to go into this frame. So how we will edit it, we will select this component, make it active, and now this, instead of 400 millimeters, let's say 300 millimeters, say OK. So we now have to constrain this frame to the rest of the assembly. We can go here and click joint, or we can press J on keyboard and we will activate joint command, constrain this center of this hole to this not selected it, so constrain center of that hole to center of that hole. It will be a revolute constraint, so it can probably this will be cylindrical constraint, but we can edit that later. And click OK. Now we have to also join this center of that hole and center of that hole. It's revolute joint, so it's joint, not constrained, as I said before. And see what will happen. We have yellow this symbol, so something is wrong. That's because, as I said earlier, we have to this joint make cylindrical so that it moves along axis, but it rotates along axis and it moves along axis. And say okay, now we have here revolute joint. Okay, I will delete these elements because we don't need them. Those are symbols of movement. So let's see how will it move. As you see, this is automatically came to right position here. So let's move. It moves just like we want. That's great. Also, let's see, are there some conflicts when parts moving? There are no conflicts, everything is okay. We, of course, have to create some bushings or bearings here, but at this point that seems okay for what we want to get here. And that would be it for now. If you notice some problems here in design, you have some suggestion or something, you can write in comments and I will try to implement your suggestions. Thank you.